Focus. Where do we focus our attention on? Attention. In the military sense, there's a certain stance or posture or one position that one takes. And we living in a society where people will take the position of that will put them at an advantage. Yes. Excuse me. Two focuses um, is to be expressed or expressed focus because everybody have need of self-expression. In that, people are observing that expression as a model and even as a gesture. The clothes that we wear, the cars that we drive, the people whom we interact with. So it is an expression using um, this material reality, this material world as a means of making an expression or a point. And possibly where one is putting his or her focus to find meaning. You best understand anything or anyone in the context in which he or she uses a thing or which a thing is being used. Then you have the alluded focus, you're alluding to, or the something that is implied. Yes. Yes. Uh, it is a. I'm transitioning now. Uh, it says that the harvest is plenty, but the labors are few. The call to success in this material world of creation, which is a is associated with a industry and something that needs to be cultivated, uh, is the garden and the once it is cultivated um, by reason, it is it will produce something that is, success. But the one must cultivate that success, and one can cultivate in the garden his character or his personality. And in the field of business, and now we're dealing with obligation. Anytime I think of obligation, I think of morals, I think of morals, I think of ethics. And in support of that success and tools that is needed to help cultivate, one's intelligence. Possibly the best creation is the brain. is the human brain, and it is utilized as a service to advance society due to the cultivation of the garden. One's character, one's personality in the field of business. So you see this success in cultivating the success as it pertains to an expression and its meaning and alluding to something that is implied. You come to a point and realize the importance of the brain and the service that it is to offer to society. Everything you see, the results, is nothing but the product of the human brain. I think you can best diagnose anyone by the condition of the circumstances in which they come out of. I found out what has happened. What has happened is that when people who take advantage of another human being are in the business of their success or making them successful, is they will want you to be dependent on them. And when you start thinking independent of them, it becomes a great concern for them and a problem for them. They don't want you to think independent nor for yourself. And because that becomes a model and for others to follow and observe. But the reality of it all in the garden or in this environment is to cultivate his or her own environment, and that's business-like. So we need to be supportive of one another the best way that we can. And when we do that as a organization or a community and as a family, we are participating and expressing our focus and our attention on utilizing the resources that we have and cultivating the industry of business and being successful in that business. As we look at families, that they are successful families, generational wealth, as they call it, But when you think as an individual rather than the collective, you will be in competition rather than in cooperation for the collective. And that is about accountability. Now, I'm not all that sure on the one of the focuses. Uh, I use the word alluded to, or that which is implied, because you can be imply something. It's like you can do something and you will be implicated for it. What I do know that everyone have need for self-expression, and so it is necessary for us, for humans. Now let's talk about for humans. As we continue to learn to coexist with one another in the best of ways, and in utilizing our brain power to see us all and put us all in a better position by reason to be successful, to cultivate success. When it deals with the being a laborer, being laborers in the harvest, and reaping the benefits of this garden, this environment, this world of abundance. And that takes on a serious commitment and dedication, and morals and values and principles and virtues, and all that is good, that we will see none without a home, and none bellies will go empty. Now, this sounds like something that is impossible. Yet there is a biblical expression that all things are possible with God. Until next time, talk to you.